All right, guys, tonight, as millions and millions of people across the United States sit and gather for the demonic celebration of worship in the Super Bowl, I want to open you guys' eyes to what's really going on here, guys. With the origins being rooted in Freemasonry to the demonic rituals that they force you to participate in that you're unaware of is even demonic in the first place. And for those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, this is nothing new to you. But there are so many people that really don't know. Some people that are fresh to Christianity, some people that are not even Christian, so they just buy into that this is the way things are supposed to be. I got a lot of video clips I want to show you guys and share with you. Hopefully, it'll open somebody's eyes.
I want to bring to the stage, of course, a lot of my culture. It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be easy, and people only have to worry about dance. I know that I told them that they had 4 months to learn Spanish. They don't even have to learn Spanish. They just it's better if they learn to dance.
So this is Bad Bunny. This is the guy that's going to be performing at the Super Bowl. And you see the hat that he just had on his head, which clearly tells you who he serves. Got the hat with the horns. This is demonic, right? Obviously, this is toned down a little bit, but he's putting it right in your face, right? And this is what he's known for. This is the type of stuff he's known for, right? These shots like this. This is him. Let me see if you guys can see this. This is him dressed up. This is him dressed up like a woman. This is him dressed up like a woman. All this drag stuff, right? And everybody's sitting here saying, oh, he's setting trends. He's breaking molds. He's shattering the ideal of what a man should be. And no, because God said in the Bible, male and female, he created them, and that a man shouldn't put on women's clothes and a woman shouldn't put on men's clothes, right? But this is the guy that Jay-Z has championed to be the next performer in tonight's Super Bowl. Now, we see this image right here. I'm wearing the dress. If that bothers you, don't watch, right? That's what he says right here. He's got the one-eye symbolism closing his eye. You know, I guess if I counted up these things right here on his fingers, I could find some more demonic Freemason symbolism in there, some Illuminati numerology. But guys, it's everywhere. It's all in front of your face. Now, watch these video clips right here.
This is Bad Bunny. This is who they're giving you for the Super Bowl halftime show this year. But I'm not shocked. Did you know that Jay-Z's Rock Nation does the selection for the halftime shows? That's why you're getting Bad Bunny, because they want to woke America. This is what the world does. It celebrates sin, it mocks purity, and it calls the darkness light. As a Christian, I will not support it. Why? Because we're not supposed to soak in entertainment that will drag us away from God. Ephesians 5:11 says, have nothing to do with the fruitless works of darkness, but expose them. Don't clap for it. Call it out. Truth is, the Super Bowl halftime has turned more into a ritual of glorifying rebellion than anything else. But that's the world. It's blind, it's broken, and it's headed for destruction. I won't be shocked when Bad Bunny's performance is full of filth. However, I am shocked when Christians see it and they shrug it away like it's no big deal. The world is going to act like the world, but the church, we're called to be different. We're called to shine brighter. We are called to stand apart. Don't just consume culture. Confront it, and then keep yourself and your children away from watching it.
So this comment right here, I'm a Christian and I love Bad Bunny. No condemnation, right? But if you're a Christian and you understand that what he's doing is mocking God and worshiping the devil, then you shouldn't love Bad Bunny. That's just my 2 cents on this, right?
The demonic reason why soccer stadiums look like eyes from above.
Wake up. Do our eyes deceive us? I guess if you have a conspiracy mind, it makes sense, right? Yeah. We know the symbols, and they still throw it in our faces. Makes sense, though, right? The halftime show is one of the most viewed events every single year. What a time to harvest the energy from the masses, right? I know, you'll call me crazy, then still deny the symbolism. That's Madonna's halftime show. She pops her top, and we see what her costume really is. Understand that sports in general are used to specifically preoccupy our minds with stuff that doesn't even matter. So you think basketball is safe from this? This is the Staples Center, aka the Lakers Arena. You guys catching what that looks like? Because it looks a lot like a reptilian eye to me. Yeah, you call it a coincidence until you see one of the biggest stars in basketball throwing up the same exact symbols. Oh, and what are those? What does that mean? If you know, you know, and I know you know. They don't hold rituals here. It's all just crazy speculation, right?
And so many so-called Christians foolishly think that worship can only be done when a person knows exactly what they're doing. But remember that the dragon deceives the whole world. How many times do you hear the word deception or deceived when it comes to the dragon? This means that somebody is tricked into doing something they don't realize they're doing. Over and over again, I have shown you in past documentaries that the greatest weapon the dragon uses is the power of deception. But what does that even mean? What does deceive mean? If it is his greatest weapon, shouldn't you want to know what it means and how it is operated? You see, to deceive means to trick. But that's a very interesting word, isn't it? That means that the enemy, the dragon, can cause millions of people to gather together and watch a sporting event while slipping in a halftime show of witchcraft and paganism, misleading the masses and tricking them into unknowingly participate in high-ranking occult rituals. That word means to lead astray by underhanded tactics. To deceive implies imposing a false idea or belief that causes ignorance. Remember in the Garden of Eden, the dragon, that old serpent, did not tell Eve what his real intention was. Instead, he lied to her, causing her to turn her back on the Most High God's commands. In doing so, he became the God of this world. One of the most powerful rituals performed every year is at the Super Bowl during the halftime show. The video playing on the screen was performed during the halftime of one of the past Super Bowls. Notice how they are dressed up in Greek and Roman attire. Madonna, who is one of the most highest ranking witches in the industry. Do you think this is all just a game, brothers and sisters, or is this not deception to draw in millions upon millions of people under the guise of entertainment, to unknowingly be led astray, to participate in the occult practices of Mystery Babylon? Because remember, silence can also condemn you. Because if you see the occult practices of these wicked ceremonies and the worship of demon gods, and you say nothing and do nothing about it, your silence affirms it. Never forget it.
Obviously, guys, these are some of the past Super Bowl halftime shows, right? We see Madonna, then we see this ritualistic performance from I don't even know who that was, Patti LaBelle, maybe, I don't know. It looks like way before my time, but this is nothing new under the sun, guys. And the Tonight Show is going to be just as demonic. Just check out the symbol of the Super Bowl. This is the symbol of the Super Bowl tonight, right? And notice this is San Francisco. The colors is all rainbow color to embrace the, the San Francisco LGBTQ lifestyle, right? They put it in your face. We got Bad Bunny performing, who's totally pansexual, pronouns and all that stuff. And then the logo for the Super Bowl matches that aesthetic. And then, so we see right here the cultural significance. The design is a part of a trend to integrate the host city's unique, recognizable features into the championship's branding. So the color scheme and the bridge and all that stuff, it's all symbolic, right? Everything's symbolic. Now watch this video right here.
So the Super Bowl is going to take place on February 8th of this year, and this is going to be on the birthday of Eliphas Levi. Mind you, it's going to be held in Levi's Stadium. So it's Eliphas Levi, the French occultist, who's known for creating the iconic image of Baphomet. So think about how the Baphomet is used as the symbol for the Church of Satan. It's inside of a pentagram, which has 5 sides. It's inside of a circle, which has 5 Hebrew letters that spells out Leviathan. So it's Levi, like the Leviathan, We're going to have Bad Bunny perform for the halftime show. He has a March 10th birthday. When you take this into the cards of illumination, March 10th lands on the King of Diamonds. The King of Diamonds is the 39th card. The 39th element is known as yttrium. This element is used in radar technology. The logo used for this element echoes the Warner Bros. It's the cartoon splash screen from Looney Tunes that reads, "That's all, folks." The mascot for Warner Bros. And Looney Tunes is Bugs Bunny, similar to Bad Bunny. National Bugs Bunny Day, which celebrates his first appearance, is held on April 30th. Funny enough, this just so happens to be the same day that the Church of Satan was founded. This is also the birthday of Travis Scott. We see this same Looney Tunes symbolism at his Astroworld Festival. It's that bullseye. The Astroworld Festival crowd crush took place on November 5th. In the cards of illumination, November 5th lands on the Two of Diamonds. The Two of Diamonds is the 28th card, just like bullseye equals out to 28 in Chinese numerology. Yttrium is the 39th element, just like Astroworld equals out to 39.
So what this young man's trying to say here is that the score is going to be 28-39, and I believe that they're saying that the Seahawks are going to win. But this is all demonic symbolism, and it's so slick and crafty how all the numerology, how all the symbolism, it all correlates with one another, right? Those that have eyes to see will see. The stadiums being shaped like eyes, eyes being a symbol of the Illuminati and Freemasonry. There are no coincidences in this stuff, guys.
Nope, these are not just eerie warnings for our lives, but we are being warned that they are watching us, and if we don't do something now, we won't survive to the next year. People were terrified after Kendrick Lamar's haunting halftime performance left the crowd in complete shock, with many saying that it's not just a demonic warning, but a horrifying prediction of what America will become, with it already coming true, and none of us will be able to escape this new era. Images showed the hailing of the Freemason to symbolize how America is in trouble and needs to prepare for the worst, with flashing clips also showing the hangman referenced in tarot cards to say Americans are about to be cursed with lots of death. The performance ends with the terrifying phrases "game over" and "warning wrong way" flashed right at where Trump is sitting.
And of course they had to flash one of their favorite signs in their symbols, but they sure do love their pyramids. Even Samuel L. Jackson had to flash a certain hand sign. This has to do with the 666.
What do you think this means? Nope, these are not just eerie warnings for our lives, but we are being...
So they're literally putting it right in your face, guys. They do not hide it. And if history has been any indication of what the future is going to look like, Bad Bunny's show tonight is probably going to top the demonic symbolism. It's going to top the evilness and the wickedness that in levels in which we have never seen, most likely. Now, I don't personally watch sports. I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl, but I will make a video on the performance after some clips are uploaded, and I can actually, give you guys some information. But if these demonic symbolisms have been placed in the past performances, just imagine what type of symbolism and wizardry and sorcery and ritualistic stuff is going to be happening in tonight's performance. And while people everywhere sit down in idol worship to watch this game, to watch this halftime show, they're going to be participating in a ritual because, as Brother Wally said in the video, people are being deceived into participating into something. And just because you've been deceived to participate doesn't mean that you're still not participating. Let me show you that again.
And remember the stumbling block of Balak, Balaam, that Jesus Christ was talking about in the book of Revelation. It is idolatry that provokes the Most High God to anger. So as we move deeper into this documentary, let us examine how many different ways, how many different athletes in different types of sports are really involved in the occult of Mystery Babylon.
So like I said, guys, there's nothing new under the sun, and they're putting it right in your face. They literally have to tell you what they're doing. For one, I'm not going to fall for the okie doke, and I pray that a lot of you don't as well. I know that there are going to be plenty of people, including a lot of Christians, that watch this game and it's going to go right over their head. They're going to miss everything that's put right in front of their face. Because when I wasn't a Christian, or at least when I was first saved, I watched the Super Bowl show with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and I didn't notice none of the demonic symbolism. I didn't understand nothing that was put in front of my eyes, guys, because if you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear, you're not going to. It's literally deception. It's literally put in there sneakily so that way you don't notice it. But once you realize it, guys, you can't unsee it. And I pray that most of you have eyes to see this and that you don't participate in this demonic ritual of the Super Bowl or sports in general. That's going to do it for this one, though. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.